Hey there, and welcome to the Body Bangin podcast. Today, we're going to mix things up a little bit, do something a little bit different. Normally, as you know, I typically have a guest on the podcast where we talk about a hot topic in the industry. But you know what else is a hot topic in the industry? Marketing. And who better to talk to about marketing in the collision industry than me? So, we're going to talk today about three different things, and I'm going to break this down and make it really digestible for each of you. And these are based off of three really popular things that I get asked about pretty frequently. So, I think you're going to really find them helpful. And it might not be what you would expect because marketing it encompasses so many things, and I'm going to be doing one of these every once in a while. We're going to smatter them in with the interviews that I do because marketing is so important at your shop. If you're like, this episode's about marketing, lame, you really should definitely listen to this because marketing is not lame. Insurance companies spend billions of dollars a year on marketing. And why is that? It's because it works. We know how crazy the insurance world is, medical and automotive. And we know all the pitfalls and annoyances of it. Yet they're spending billions of dollars a year on it. And there's a reason for it, right? Nike, billions of dollars. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. I mean, you name it, people are spending big money on marketing. So why in the collision industry do we think we shouldn't be doing marketing? Well, like I said, marketing encompasses a lot of different things. So we're going to start working through some of these things and make it really practical for you and your shop, no matter the size of shop you have, no matter what you're doing in sales, you're going to have some takeaways. So, first and foremost, the most popular new question I get asked is, Mickey, how do I get to the top of ChatGPT when people are searching for me? Okay, so here's a digital marketing question. This is number one of three things we're going to talk about. This is the only digital marketing thing we're going to talk about in today's podcast. Um, okay, ChatGPT. So it's great. We use it all the time now. Well, we, meaning me and my team and other digital marketers and people are using it more than ever. But I will tell you that, yeah, it feels great and it's good if somebody's like, hey, what shop should I take my car to in fill in the blank city and state? And your name comes up. Fantastic. But where are most people going today? Today, most people are going to Google. That is still where people are going to do the world. This is the world's largest search engine, still is Google. Now, ChatGPT, there are a million graphics on it online. It is growing rapidly. I mean, AI is growing rapidly. Google now has its own AI features that you can filter on, you can toggle on and off. Maybe you've seen that. So, what I would say to that question is, how do I get to the top of ChatGPT, or do I need to worry about getting to the top of ChatGPT? I would say, what I always say is be where your customers are. The bulk of your customers are going to find a shop not on ChatGPT, but on Google. So you want to find a marketing company that will do search engine optimization, SEO, that gets you to the top of Google rankings naturally and organically. So that is the first thing you want to think about. Now, most SEO companies or most digital marketing companies like mine that does SEO also is rolling out things to assist with these AI engines. We call it answer engine optimization instead of search engine optimization, SEO. It's AEO. And we are now, what's the word? We're infusing those tactics into the current SEO that we're doing for clients. So if you want to get onto ChatGPT, chances are you're going to need to do SEO. And the SEO team that you find, make sure that they're also doing things to start plugging into the algorithm for AEO, answer engine optimization. Now, maybe I lost a lot of you there, but let me backtrack it up. If you want to get to the top of ChatGPT, Genesis, one of these AI tools, you're going to need to most likely do SEO, search engine optimization. And a good SEO company is going to have that answer engine optimization, the ChatGPT, Genesis, those types of things working in conjunction with what they're already doing. A lot of that information that ChatGPT and these other companies are getting is coming from Google. So when you're ranking high on Google, it's already pinging them. And there are other things that we can do to help you populate more on those platforms, such as Chat or Genesis, or I mean, there's so many of them. The list goes on and on. So hopefully that answered your question there. I get asked that a lot now. It used to never be a question. It's now a question. But remember, most of your customers are going to Google. So, yeah, we want to look forward and see what's on the horizon, but we also don't want to lose sight of where the bulk of our people are today, right? Okay, second question I get asked a lot is what is something that every shop could do to help them get more customers into the door? Great question, right? So there's a lot of things every shop could do, but if I could pick one just to start that's non-digital marketing related, because, well, let's face it, a lot of digital marketing does cost dollars. There are things that you can do for free, but I think one thing that we oftentimes forget about is community involvement. And there are a lot of shops out there, maybe like your shop, you're doing community involvement, but I would challenge you if you're already doing community involvement, I would challenge you to evaluate what that looks like because you don't want to be everywhere for the sake of doing something. Doing a sponsorship with the baseball team and the basketball team, and you run an ad in the paper and you do all the things. You want to know what is working. Where am I getting the ROI here? And also, you don't want to be spattered so thin that you're really not getting any traction. Like, oh, well, I run an ad in my kid's yearbook every year. Guess how many people see that? Very few. Or I put a banner up at the baseball games, my kids' baseball games, or at the high school football games or something. Okay, well, that's one thing. I would challenge you to reevaluate how you're being involved in the community. And I would say if you're going to start, or even if you've already done it, take a look, choose one thing if you're starting, or if you're reevaluating, choose one thing and be really present in that one area. For example, if you want to be involved in a school, pick a school. I would say ideally, we're in the collision industry where people are driving. So I would say pick a high school. You've got high school drivers that are not the best drivers, and you've got a lot of eyeballs that come to these games. So if you want to start with a high school, do the banner, do a thing on the football field, but that can't just be it. You need to be really involved in this. So you're going to want to do the thing on the football field. You're going to want to do the yearbook. You're going to want to be at events. You're going to want to sponsor things. You're also going to want to do basketball. You're really going to want to be involved in that. Or conversely, we could do elementary school. So, for example, when I owned my shop, my children's elementary school, I sponsored all kinds of stuff. I was everywhere. So, anytime anybody in that little elementary school, one of the parents, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas got into an accident, I was the one that they chose because I was the one that was involved. They knew the shop because it had just been plastered everywhere, and they wanted to support somebody in their community. And that's really important for people. People don't want to just buy just for the sake of a billboard. Like there's no emotional connection. And really, when it comes down to it, we've got to remember people make decisions emotionally, not logically. Well, 80% emotionally, 20% logically. So we really have to be thinking about how can we emotionally connect. Being involved in a community makes people feel like, ooh, they're part of my community. And just putting up a banner ain't going to do it. You've got to be around and your face has to be around. So you've got to show up at that jogathon with your table, giving out little water squeezy things for the kids with your logo and the school's logo because you're a sponsor. Like you've got to be there. You've got to be present. So this is not like a pay to play type thing. This is not put your name on the Chamber of Commerce membership website and you're going to get people. Here's another thing that I used to do for a client. Well, it wasn't a client. It was after I sold my, after I got rid of my shop, I I started working for an independent auto body shop. He was a small MSO. And what I would do as their marketing manager is I would go to the Chamber of Commerce luncheons. So every month, I would go to one Chamber of Commerce luncheon. So we were a member, the shop was a member, and I would go personally once a month to one lunch a month. You're going to eat lunch anyway. You might as well go and you meet other people. And businesses like to support other businesses. And business owners know a lot of people. So I would go every month to a luncheon and I'd chat with the people at my table. I got to know people. And then once a quarter, I would sponsor the lunch. So then I would get up when the sponsor has like a 15-minute spot and I would just talk about whatever. Maybe it was things to check in the winter season on your car, things that people would find interesting that they don't normally know about collision repair. This is a great time to talk about maybe your certifications, what makes a body shop who's certified different from one that's not, anything that's going to differentiate you. But again, it gave me the opportunity to make the connections, but then also educate. And so I did that once a month and then did the sponsorship once a quarter. And any events, if they had like a ribbon cutting and I was in town, then I would go to somebody's business ribbon cutting to support other businesses. So it doesn't take a ton of time, but it does take time. And good community marketing, if it's not taking you time, it's probably not giving you any ROI. And maybe it's not you. Maybe you're unable to get away from your business. Send somebody else. Or maybe you're just not the person that likes to go out and talk to a lot of people and that's just not your thing. Well, hire somebody or have your CSR go, have your office manager go, whoever that's going to be friendly and bubbly and that can get out and meet people and schmooze around. So that's something that every shop can do. It's just a matter of making the time. It's making it a priority and making the time and executing. So, for all of you guys out there doing a million things and not really knowing what's working best, then you also have to evaluate what's the ROI on what you're doing. Where are you getting the biggest draw from? Figure that out and then push in that position and let go of the other things because you don't want to just be doing things for the sake of doing things, right? Then it's just a waste of money and a waste of time, which is one of the things we have the least of these days is time. Lastly, okay. Here's a really good one. What is an unexpected marketing tactic that every shop could do? Like unexpected. And the reason why when somebody asked me that a while back, and I thought, what a great question, because a lot of people think they know what marketing is. Maybe that's social media. Maybe that's an ad in a magazine. Maybe that's getting you to the top of Google. But what's something unexpected that I would say? Well, I would say one of the most powerful and unexpected things you can do in your shop is to evaluate your shop from a customer perspective. We'll dial it down even more. So let's get a little more granular. When someone is driving up to your shop, because they found you, they've decided to go to you, whatever method that was, they were referred, they know you, they've been there before, whatever that may be. When they drive up to your shop, I want you to start evaluating your shop as if you were your customer. Now, when you drive up to the shop, I want you to drive up to it and take off your business owner, shop manager, whatever title you have glasses, and look at it from the consumer perspective. Do you have bushes that are overgrown? Do you have flowers that are dead? Does your grass look terrible? Is the curb unpainted and the paint's cracking? Is your sign dingy and fading? These are things that make a huge difference when people decide how much confidence they have in A, their decision to use you, and B, whether they're going to drop those keys off with you or not. And then C, when they do, if they do drop off the car, how much confidence do they really have that you're going to do a great job? They've never used you before. And this all means a lot. This is all happening subconsciously. Like I said, this is all emotional. It's not all emotional. There's logic in it, but it's heavily emotional that when you see something, you immediately make a quick decision about something. You know immediately when you drive up to a Days Inn or you drive up to a Four Seasons. Totally different, right? One's probably got some paint peeling and you got maybe a lady smoking a cigarette at the front desk. And the next is glamour gorgeous, right? Two totally different places. Now, you don't have to have the VIP deluxe experience with, goldfish swimming in your lobby or something, but serving champagne to people when they come in. But you do want to have a clean shop. You want the exterior to look like this is a well oiled machine. You are an expert at what you do. If you're listening to this and you are a collision repairer, then you should be an expert at what you're doing. And you want people to see you as such. So when they drive up to your shop, if you are unable to do it for yourself, have your spouse do it because they're going to be for real with you, unless they work with you because they might be clouded too. Have a friend, heck, take photos and send them to me, and I'll give you suggestions. But take a look at your shop from a third party perspective and see what you can do to the outside of it because you only have seconds to make a first impression. Do they know where to park? Is parking easy? When they open the door, how do things look in there? Does it look dingy? Are things covered in dust? Do you hand them a clipboard with a pen that's ratty and dusty? I mean, these are things that mean a lot. They make a big difference to people. So, although this may be unexpected when I'm talking about marketing, it's very powerful. Let's think about this. If you're, especially for those of you who are paying to do digital marketing or paying to do marketing of any kind, you get that person to your shop. Great, amazing. But what if that person sees your shop and keeps driving by? Now you've lost them. What a waste of marketing dollars if you're not doing everything that you can do to capture those people when they get to you, right? Or they pull up, but they just don't get that feeling in their gut that this is really the best place for them to leave this car. And they drive away or they don't leave the keys. We want to get rid of all of those barriers. We want to make sure that they feel confident to leave those keys with you, sign their paperwork, and off they go. And you get to start repairing their vehicle. So these are three things that I get asked about that I think will really, really assist you. So again, just to sum it all up, the answer engine optimization, getting yourself to show up in ChatGPT and all of these types of AI search engines that are coming about. This is something that if you do want to do, you're going to want to do search engine optimization, get yourself to the top of Google, and secondarily work on getting yourself into these answer engines first. Secondly, we're talking about community involvement. It is something that every shop can do and should do. You want to be a part of your community, right? Listen, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a lot of corporate stores out there that have banners up on baseball fields or fields across America and sports teams. And nobody really feels like that company is part of the community. So don't just slap a sign up. Be part of your community. And whatever you choose to push into it and be all there. If you want to do a school, pick one school. If you want to do a sport, pick that sport and be really involved. If you want to pick your chamber of commerce or some type of club like that or a BNI or something like that, go all in. Go all in and you will see results from that. But it's going to take some time. It's not a light switch moment. You will have to invest your time, but it will be worth it. And then lastly, something maybe unexpected that has to do with marketing is making sure to evaluate your shop from a third party perspective, from your customer's perspective, so that when they do get there, they feel confident to leave that vehicle with you. That's where they want to be. And when you're trying to educate them on the repairs, if you're trying to educate them on how insurance works, and maybe they're going to have to pay something at the end of that repair, why are they to trust you if you don't look like and act like you are the expert that I know you are, but they don't know it? Because how would they know any difference, right? It's perception. So do yourself a favor, do me a favor, think about these three things and go implement them in your shop today. And if you're not ready to do SEO, that type of thing, that's okay. Work on the other two. Those are two things that you can do for much less money than having to pay for digital marketing. But for those of you guys that are ready to do digital marketing or already are doing it, make sure that you talk with the SEO company, either that you're interviewing or that's doing your SEO, to make sure that they are also starting to do work for those answer engine optimization engines. All right, folks. So if you have any questions, make sure to reach out. You've got my contact information in the details below. You can also go to collisioncentermarketing.com and there's a calendar on there. You can book an appointment with me. We can just do a free 30-minute just chit chat over the phone. I can help you out. If you've got photos of your shop that you want me to just take a quick look at and make some suggestions on curb appeal, that type of thing, or the inside lobby, feel free to send them over. Email them over to me. I am here to help you. I'm a former small shop owner. It's who my heart is for you guys, the independents, and I want to be a help to you. And I'm telling you right now that these things are truly valuable. And I'm excited in the future to talk with you guys more about marketing. It's something I love to talk about, and it can be so powerful in your business when you actually understand that value, embrace that value, and implement it. So until next time, we will see you. Thank you all for listening, and make sure you like and subscribe to this so you don't miss another episode. Bye.